Whilst a bunch of us are waiting for the next chapter of the Attack on Titan manga to come out, we actually have something to tide us over until then that pretty much everyone can enjoy because it does not contain any form of spoilers. You guys might have recently seen that Isayama's early one-shot that he submitted to Weekly Shonen Jump, but unfortunately got rejected, is now available to read for free right now. Well, for now you can just look at it because it unfortunately isn't translated and I have no idea if it actually will, but I really hope it does because, you know, I would actually love to know what they're saying. To be honest, it's actually really interesting to see Isayama's early concept for what would become Attack on Titan, seeing the things that actually made its way into the manga, what didn't, and how different it is to the Attack on Titan manga we now know. We have a main character who I think could have been the character who ended up becoming Eren. As we see, he's surrounded by people ready to kill him, it seems. Maybe they already know he's a Titan or suspects him, and he pulls out a weapon that looks like a katana, which everyone carries on their lower back as well as their dual blades. But this katana seems to be really powerful because he literally slices a guy in half. Either that or he's just really strong. And you can compare this scene to when Eren, Armin and Mikasa are surrounded and Eren is being accused of being a monster, and you could also make the comparison to the Before the Fall manga because there are some similarities with that. To be honest, I actually haven't even finished reading it. I started reading it ages ago and then never got around to finishing it, but I will eventually when I have the time. Also, I won't talk about it in case some of you haven't read it because I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. But back to this manga, a bunch of humans just become Titans, which is interesting. These people just seem like normal mindless Titans and weren't shifters, so I'm curious as to what Isayama's explanation would be for that. But the character gets eaten, he literally gets split right in half, aka he got Marcoed, and he turns into a Titan who looks exactly like Eren in Titan form and starts killing our Titans. So I think this is what became the part where Eren got swallowed by a Titan after saving Armin and turns into a Titan, saves Mikasa and beats the crap out of every other Titan. And I really love the way this character fights as a Titan, it's so cool. He just grabs a Titan by the head and throws it. He's kicking, punching, dodging, flipping one over his shoulder. It's pretty great. And this Titan ends up losing an arm in Titan form but continues to fight just like Eren does, except Eren lost both of his arms and he bites into a Titan's shoulder after getting his arm ripped off. This shot of the character biting another Titan is identical to this one from the actual manga of Eren biting a Titan by the nape, and I think that's really cool that he kept the exact same shot. In this early work by Isayama, that Titan almost rips this character in half. As you can see, he rips off his left arm all the way down to his waist, which is brutal and I love it. And the same goes for the Attack on Titan manga. I love when it goes gory and doesn't hold back. And unfortunately, the anime does have a little bit of censorship, but it isn't too bad. Anyway, I'm glad this got released. I think it's really cool, and I would absolutely love if it got translated. Let me know what you guys think of this one shot. Do you see any similarities between it and the actual manga, or just anything to do with Attack on Titan? You know where the comment section is. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, I'll leave a link in the description. And as always, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to stay up to date with everything to do with the channel, feel free to follow me on Twitter at ShaneLessStrange, and I'll see you in the next one.